Alright, good morning everybody. So, first off is GU. So I had this trade last night. After it broke this little minor level of support, retest, entered right around here. Now unfortunately, in this profit, pulled out fibs to measure the retrace, and unfortunately I got stopped out before it hit TP1 based off these lower time frame fibs. I moved my stop loss into a break-even type area to and then went to sleep. So it would have played out perfectly, but unfortunately I moved my stop loss a little too quickly. So, but where we're at right here, it's not giving me a whole lot of confidence for this continuation of this bias, of this uptrend, because of all this exhaustion. So you're stating the fact that yes, this is a bearish engulfing, doesn't necessarily mean anything quite yet, but seeing of how it is forming based off these lower time frames as well, the fact that it is not breaking anything significant, and we also are forming a lower high point. Lower high point right here, based off the stage 4 time frame. Now we could start correlating it a little bit more with this that we're seeing, especially with all this buyer's exhaustion on top. So if we look over to the left, we see, I wouldn't say a break of structure, just a break of a level of support. We weren't really stating about this because it wasn't necessarily clear on this time frame.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
That was weird. Alright, so we had a little break of a level of support right in there. Now, we could have a nice trend line going from A to B and really just wait for that to break it. A nice clean break, which should happen right here. But there's not a break of level of like support. So this is kind of just getting a little sloppy. So for me, the best thing we'll do is just wait for a complete break of this level of support right here and some sort of retest up, because these higher time frames are showing buyer exhaustion, but these lower time frames are showing as still uptrend. So that's how I'm feeling about that. GJ. Now, we stated that this was an area of confluence and we were anticipating it to keep on trying to get further down in here. But seeing from one, all this exhaustion, right, this little exhaustion right in here, that it happened to break on these lower time frames. So it broke this minor level of support right in here, or resistance, sorry. Right around here, made a higher low point, and then formed a nice little uptrend structure right here. Now, here's the thing though too. Seeing the fact that we are possibly making, looks like another, similar to GU, is a lower high point right here. And the SMA and EMAs are getting closer and closer and closer. So it's not giving me a lot of confidence for a continuation of this bullish bias. Now on this time frame we do still have some bullish momentum. So for me, again, I would like to just see a break of this level of support right in here. It is minor, but that looks like it would be, we can even measure it out just to see, and that is 38.2%. Yeah, So this level of support, let's see if it breaks or gets respected. If it does get respected, we are anticipating a continuation of this uptrend to negative 27% first, and then negative 61.8%. Like I said, the only thing is that this is looking like it's finding a level of resistance and a lower high point. So let's just wait and see what happens around here. Oh, excuse me. And continue, because we can have two different biases right now to have this retrace to at least 38.2%, or see if it respects 23 and still aim for that negative 27%. AU has been a little sloppy, so we were stating the fact that this descending triangle right in here, now this looks like it possibly broke out and retested, so we could go on to H4 and confirm that. Did not really. So that area right in there that we stated for this trend line, all it did was form a lower high point. So in this type of situation, we just have to correlate, excuse me, I'm really tired, a lot more off of this higher time frame, because H1 is just a bit too noisy to really state anything like that. The main lower high point never broke. Yeah, that's the one that retraced to whatever amount. Say like, yeah, 50%. So that's the main one that never ever broke. So within here, now it did, yeah, see right in here, yeah, it's having some really steep retraces. So it did break this trend line, formed a lower high point right in here. I believe it also broke this level of support. Yeah, broke this level of support, 1, 2. That's 23. Retraced to 50%. And then we are aiming for that negative 27% based off these lower time frames. Alright. And then overall, we are still aiming for that negative 27%. So, yeah, for these next couple weeks, I wouldn't say weeks. That's too much to go based off of this. This week might be a bit more bearish than anything. And all it is just retracing for the entire time frames. Alright, and then let's go on to US30. So it looks like we are respecting this 23.6% with all this exhaustion down here. Yeah, because this is just retracing even more. And then on top of that, we finally broke this level of a minor level of resistance right in here. Right, definitely indicating that this is possibly a nice level of support off this daily time frame. Right. And we're also starting to get the cross of the SMA and EMA on this H4 time frame as well. Well, I don't know where that came from. So we're at 23.6% off the daily time frame. We have the cross of the SMA right there off of H4. And we have a nice little break right here. So if you look over to the left, we do see all this exhaustion right here. Let's see if we can just clean some of this up. Yeah, we do see some exhaustion, so some minor short opportunities, possibly. And it's just to have a retest, most likely. Right, yeah. So break there. Yeah, there's not a lot of ways to be able to place your fibs unless you're just on these lower time frames. Then it's 23. Whoops. So let's see if we can have a retrace to again at least 38.2%, and from where it's at, we do have this level of support right here. So let's see if this gets respected, and then have a nice little continuation on these lower time frames. Right, so that's about it. Let's have a good day, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.